Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shruti Mathur, Assistant Professor Sri Venkateshwara College, Delhi University. Welcome to this module on formulas and cell referencing in MS Excel. Here we will focus on using formulas, copying them. We will understand the different types of cell references and how to use them in formulas. For now, what do we mean by formulas? A formula is an expression which performs a calculation. In Excel, users can create formulas using the following steps. First of all, the user has to insert an equal to sign in the cell where the formula is to be entered. Dear friends, please note that Excel recognizes a formula only if it begins with an equal to sign, not otherwise. Next, after inserting the equal to sign, you can insert any numbers, texts or cell references. You can insert operators. And to get the result of your formula, you will have to press the enter key. Let us see how we can use some formulas in Excel. Now in this Excel sheet I have some data. Let me first see what type of operators are there. We'll start with the simple addition mathematical operator, arithmetic operator. So I type equal to 5. I type equal to 5 plus 2 and press the enter key to see the result. You can see that 7 is appearing in the cell where I had entered the formula. So the result is being displayed in the formula in the cell, but just look at the formula bar. It is showing me the formula that I had entered. Now not only can I just enter numbers, I can also enter cell references in Excel formulas. How can I do that? To do that, again I start with equal to sign. Now after putting the equal to sign, wherever I click, that cell will get referenced. So suppose I want to add the cell A1 and A2, I will click on A1 first. You can see as soon as I clicked on A1, the cell address A1 is appearing in my in my active cell. Now type plus and click on A2. Again, as soon as I clicked on A2, A2 is appearing in my cell. After entering the desired cell references, click enter. Press enter from the keyboard and you can see that the result is now displayed. This is how you can use any of the mathematical operators, either with numbers directly or with the cell references. Similarly, comparison operators can also be used. Comparison operators include greater than, less than, not equal to, greater than equal to and less than equal to. Again, let's take a simple example. I want to see whether, I'll start with an equal to sign, whether A1 is greater than 10 or not. Now if this is true, if this is correct, it will show me true. If this is wrong, it will show me false. This is wrong, so as soon as I press enter, it shows me false. If I change the value in A1, instead of 5, if I have say 15, you can see that the result of the formula also automatically gets adjusted. It is now showing me true. This is how we can use the comparison operators. Then we come to text operators. I have taken ampersand. Ampersand uses ampersand helps us in joining the text. So suppose if I enter equal to rain, and since this is text, I will have to write it in a pair of quotations. Then I will put an ampersand sign, then put the second word within quotations and press enter. The words are joined. I can also do the same using cell references. Put an equal to sign, click on the first cell, put the ampersand sign, click on the second cell, press enter. Dear friends, please see that using the cell references is convenient and it's faster. So wherever possible, do not type the cell references. Always click and the formula will take the cell reference. Now coming to the last set of operators, which are my reference operators, colon and comma. Let me show you with the help of a function. Colon is used for sum range. So if I use sum from A1 to say B4 and press enter, it shows me the sum of the entire range. Similarly, I can use the comma also, equal to sum A1, comma A2 and press enter. it is going to show me the result of my calculation. So this is how formulas can be used in Excel. Now, dear friends, not only can we use formulas in Excel, we can also copy these formulas in Excel. And let us show how this formula, let us see an example of how these formulas can be copied. Let me show you this an example. Here I have a simple sheet whereby I have 15 students' marks. So I have their marks in paper, in theory, in practical, and their internal assessment, and I want to calculate their total marks. All that I need to do is, first of all, I will enter my formula for my first roll number, first student. So equal to, click on B3, marks in theory, plus C3 plus D3 and press enter. You can see that the result of the formula is displayed. Now it makes no sense if I have to type the same formula B4 plus C4 plus D4, then B5, C5, D5 every time, because that will be very long and inefficient. So what I can do is I can simply copy this formula down the column. How will I copy? Just take my cursor to the bottom right corner of my cell and drag while pressing the left mouse button, and the formula gets copied everywhere. Let's look at the formula. Just observe that Excel has automatically adjusted my formula for all cells. So in E3 it is showing me B3 plus C3 plus D3. In E4 it is showing me B4 plus C4 plus D4. And you can see that in every cell it is showing me the adjusted formula. This copying of formulas by adjusting the cell values, cell positions, is called as relative referencing, and this is the default type of referencing in Excel. Now Excel has other kind of references also. Let me show you. There are three types of cell references in Excel. Relative cell reference, which we've already seen how it is done. We also have absolute cell reference. Absolute cell reference is where both the column and row position are fixed. Like in relative cell reference, neither is fixed. This is the default. Relative cell reference is the default cell reference where neither the row nor the column position is fixed. So when the formula is copied to the other cell references adjust according to the new position, just as you saw in the example that we just did. But in absolute cell reference, which is the second type of cell reference, you can what happens is the entire cell position becomes fixed. So column as well as row position is fixed. To make a reference an absolute reference, we put a $ before the column as well as the row position. So you can see I have written $A, $2. This is an absolute reference. If I copy this $A, $2 anywhere, give this reference, the same cell position will be copied everywhere. It will not change. Then the third type of cell reference that we have is the mixed cell reference. If you look at the mixed cell reference, it's a combination of relative and absolute. So here we are fixing either the column or the row by putting a $ before them. If I put the $ before the column, it makes the column fixed but the row will change. And if I put the $ before the row, the column will change, row will not change on copying. Mixed referencing is particularly used where we have to copy the formula both in the rows as well as in the columns. We'll see all three kinds of references with the help of one example. Let's look at this example. This is a salary statement of 10 employees of an organization. Their basic salaries are given and their DA is calculated as 10% of the basic. TA is calculated as 5% of the basic. Now since my DA and TA both depend on the basic, what I plan to do is I plan to use the same formula which can then be copied to the TA cells also, and of course for one employee only I want to enter the formula, for the rest it should get copied. So let's see how to do it. I will start by entering the simple formula equal to B6, which is the basic salary, multiplied by C4, which is the rate of of the basic for DA. If I press enter, it gives me the correct answer in the first cell, but let's see what happens if I copy it down the column and across the row. Just see that it is showing me error, it is showing me very weird values. That means I have done something wrong. So let me see what I have done wrong. When I copy this down the column, you can see what is happening is my B6 is becoming B7, which is what I wanted, but my C4 is also becoming C5. Now I want my C4 to remain C4. I don't want the row C to change. So what I will do is that in this formula, I will just, I don't want my row 4 to change. So what I will do is I will just put a dollar sign before my 4 and press enter. Now let me just copy it down the column and see whether this is working now or not. Yes, it is working for this particular column. I am able to get 10% DA for all my employees, 10% of the basic. So you can just check. See, B6 is becoming B7, B8, but C4 is remaining the same, which is what I wanted. Now let's see if I can copy the same formula for TA also. I'll just copy this. No, again this formula is not working. Let us understand what is happening. In this formula, for TA for the first employee, what I can see is that my C6 it is using, DA it is using as a base, but I don't want that. I want basic to be used as a base. So what is the problem? I should fix my column. So for the first part, I should fix my column to $B6. Now let's see by making this adjustment, does it work? Yes, no changes in the first column. That is what I wanted. But here, yes, now it has worked. So I have used mixed reference for DA, $B6 and $4. These are both mixed references. For basic, I have fixed the column, but the row is changing because I want for every employee the basic should change, but the basic should be used as the base for calculation of DA and TA. Whereas for the rate, I have fixed the row because both the rates are written in row 4. So row 4 has been fixed, but the column should change because when I copy it for TA, then it should take 5%, not 10%. Now let's see how gross salary can be calculated. Simple, I will just add my basic plus DA plus the TA and press enter, and I want for every employee the basic, DA and TA to be taken for their respective rows. So this is the relative reference I am using over here. Now I have to calculate the tax for each of the employees, which is 30% of the gross salary of the employee. So I will put equal to gross of the employee, and I want the gross to change for every employee multiplied by the tax rate. But I want the tax rate to remain same. So I want the rate to remain B1 for all employees. Neither the column nor the row should change. So I will simply add a dollar sign before the column as well as the row position and press enter. And now I will also copy it down the column. As you can see, it is now showing me the calculation, and you can see that the tax rate is being taken uniformly as 30% for everybody. Lastly, so this is an illustration of the absolute reference being used, and lastly for net salary it is simply gross minus the tax, which is again a relative reference because I want it to change for all the employees. So with this example, I hope you've understood how to use 3 types of references. Thank you.